Well, hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back to Smart Thinking and Case Solving on PlayFrame, which is what you know us for, and it's what we always do.
Yep.
Things go very fast, too fast, unsatisfyingly fast.
Yeah, we're just so quick at every puzzle that you barely get a chance to realize that there's a puzzle in front of you, right?
Yeah. Now, we tried to slow it down a little bit now and then just to give you a chance, but that I still feel like we probably do it too fast for you sometimes.
I keep on editing episodes and I keep on getting so frustrated with myself as we completely miss vital things.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it goes.
30 minutes at a time.
Always how it goes, especially if you're on the viewing side of things and you know what the answer is. Just always seems so obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Oh, well. Next chapter.
Yes, chapter
Here we are.
4. Ooh.
The New Order. And with case
interesting.
10. Here go.
That's Nicholas Mack at the front, maker. I can't remember his name.
The Triumph of Order.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Let's see.
Oh, boy.
Can't even really tell what's going on exactly here.
Well, it's a trial of some kind, so presumably we've got a jury of 3 and a defendant and what's the other word for people who are on the other side of the defense? Accusant? Something like that?
Yeah, the accused, I suppose.
And the accuser.
The man is not breathing, no apparent wounds. Does look very dried out, though.
Like maybe they passed away of magically induced old age.
Possibly. Oh, true. Possibly.
Or magically induced reduced water.
Also possible. Prince of Dusk. Like night, I am dark and full of terror. I do not fear love. I do not make that error. Is Will Wright still alive? I don't think so.
No.
I was going to say, because this is the kind of caliber of poetry that Will Wright was capable of.
Yeah.
When you know my name, just look for my face. Okay.
Okay. Interesting.
Let's... we'll get to you guys' commentary in a minute. Remember the third virtue. Pictured here, self-explanatory.
Obviously, yes.
Always remember.
Never forget.
Never forget.
Wow.
Just reminding you.
The eyes.
Remember the second virtue.
Uh-huh. Jeez. So I guess,
But the first... I could use a reminder of the first, you guys.
maybe that's what the big heart eye is.
No, that's going... That's maybe possibly taking us further up. Definitely to another space. Poor bugger. Never seen so much merit removed in the tribunal. Some mistakes are very costly.
Okay.
An Albion Frank banknote. And citizen Mr. David Gorin. Birth year 1752. Occupation enforcer of the Order Party. History of infraction and obedience. Had a secret compartment in his office locker. Denied the existence of the secret compartment. Loyal service in low-ranking position to the Order Party, plus 10 merit. So just for his long time of service to one who is now in a position of considerable power, he's built up a lot of points.
Yep. Interesting. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, who else have we...
That's Nicholas Maker.
Right. It is a thing of beauty to see order prevail. If it were not against the first virtue, I would feel very happy.
Oh, dear.
And is that the first virtue? No happiness here.
I guess.
Nicholas, I'll wager you feel the new regime rewards your diligence now. So tell me why I saw you spend more than 3 shillings on new clothes after I asked you to lend me money and you said you had none to spare. I suggest you lend me some now unless you want me to write up an official report about a fourth virtue breach. Your beloved brother.
Interesting.
All right, citizen, Mr. Nicholas Maker, 1757, record keeper of the Order Party. History of infraction and obedience. Labeled a protocol as being on Thursday, even though it was on Wednesday. Took a double-length lunch break in the office. Loyal service in low-ranking position to the Order Party, plus 10 merit. Total of 4. Losing points fast, though.
Wow.
Things have gotten very...
I'm confused.
Not great under new leadership, I think.
I'm a little confused, because David had 2 demerits. And so he had a total of 8.
I feel like these infractions might have just...
You think they're
cost
worth
more, perhaps?
Okay.
Or there's just other infractions beyond
that
this.
we don't see.
Possibly.
Fair. The math just isn't quite mathing for me yet.
Is it the same symbol on both ones? That one there and...
And on...
Yes. Okay.
Interesting.
Weekly Order Party of People's Tribunal number 42, March 14th, 1795. 6 culprits are brought to the tribunal. At 12, tribunal is opened. At 12:15, each culprit's charges are evaluated and merit changes are calculated. 15:10, first culprit's merit exaction starts. 15:20, second culprit's, and 15:35, third culprit's merit exaction starts.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
I guess the jury then? Unless those are the
Unless
people
these are the
waiting.
next culprits.
Yeah, they might be waiting for their... Yep.
I felt it in my bones that I should have drunk less. Now we poor souls experience God's wrath. Okay, so yeah, y'all are the ones in waiting. This tribunal's a farce. They spread lies that my pure love is merely lust, and what do they even know about true art?
Indeed.
And you? Such a relief that they decided not to push any fashion charges. I hope the process is not painful.
It sure looked like it was painful for somebody.
Doesn't seem great. What's going on up here? Oh, this is where the
yes.
ruling happens. Okay. That is music to my ears, Alistair. But do control your emotions. We, as arbiters of order, must never violate the first virtue. Seems to be about emotion control of some sort.
Boy, this seems like just a fun group of people that I would want to be a part of.
Yeah, so I guess this, trying to wrap head around kind of larger picture story, it seemed like, I don't know if this order formed around the Golden Idol. I don't think it did. I feel like this order existed well before, and the Golden Idol is an added piece that several people have been using within it. It seems like this order is sort of like a secret society, Illuminati type thing with that, the wealthy and powerful sort of are in on and using as a way to secure and get themselves real world power elsewhere.
For sure, yeah.
And it seems like in making use of this, I forget the name of who performed the miracle and won the great virtue.
The Griffin Awakened.
Yeah. It seems like the party that they...
Lazarus Hurst, maybe?
Yeah, that sounds about right. It seems like the party that they are representing,
I think they basically changed the order drastically from what it was to what this is.
I guess, yeah, because I'm wondering, is this just still within the context of the order specifically,
I mean, they've
internally?
got different symbols. They're not talking about the 3 classifications. They're not talking about initiates and stewards. There's so much different in the practice, but we're still seeing the same faces and that crown thingy sitting on the table.
I guess I'm trying to tell, to figure out, is this trial type thing a internal thing to do with their order that they've created, or if they, is this something that is now, national, political,
I think this is still internal.
Okay.
I don't think this is affecting the normies outside of the group. I think they're just
a lot of extreme
really
changes.
deeply culty.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's affecting people in the real world.
Let's see. Dr. James Turner, 1747, arbiter of the Order Party, history of infraction and obedience, drank a full bottle of brandy at a picnic, kept the book Legacy of the Rose Dynasty in his study, loyal service to the Order Party in high-ranking position plus 20 merit to start. It really does seem like the only way to have merit at all is to have had it coming in, and then you're just losing it from there.
Yeah, we haven't seen anyone gain merit for anything yet.
Yeah. Dear Dr. Turner, I must regretfully inform you that during your absence from party business, your senior assistant Daniel has demonstrated extreme untidiness and thus breached one of the virtues. Junior assistant Toby. Okay.
What are you insinuating, James? I would never breach the 4th virtue. You know darned well that I keep no secrets.
A bunch of Albion franc banknotes. Lord Alistair Cook, 1745, arbiter of the Order Party, slapped a sergeant in anger, listened to marching music in his manner. The worst.
Right.
Loyal service to the Order Party in high-ranking position, plus 20 to begin.
Yeah, I wonder which did more damage to his merits.
Yeah.
Slapping someone or listening to some music.
Dear Arbiter Coke, I am writing to inform you that our regiment's colonel was seen with another officer's wife in a potentially intimate situation. We implore you to send your agents to investigate this potential flouting of the first virtue. And here we have...
Mm-hmm. Oh, boy.
This might be the various... Well, there's not that many people down below. I was wondering if it was the various accused who we were looking at here, and it might be.
We know a few of these names. Walter Keene was
he the hat?
The hat bandit guy.
Culprit
Mr. Walter Keene, birth year 1758. He flirted 3 times with different married women during a party convention, wore ridiculous headgear at 5 public events, claimed he had not betrayed High Arbiter Lazarus during his ritual of ascendance, and is expelled from the Party of Order.
Okay.
Lothar Richards is the father of the woman who was being courted by Edmund Cloudsley.
Yeah. Right you are. Okay. Lothar Richards held a dinner party a few years ago where he offered large amounts of wine to his guests, got angry during the questioning and shouted at the High Arbiter, revealed the whereabouts of his hiding fugitive dissident daughter Mary and her husband Peter.
Wow.
So that's how someone gets a plus.
And Peter Batley actually married her.
Yeah.
They actually, wow.
Huh.
Yeah, ratting somebody out gets you a plus.
Gideon Bell, we know that one.
Yeah.
Duke Gideon Bell.
This is the kiddo who was, I mean, not kid, but the younger gentleman who was friends with, what's his name? Ergen Patu, I think?
Yeah, I think that's right, yeah. Wears an outrageous hairstyle, broke down in tears 10 times during the questioning, has refused to start working, evaluated as 5 instances of job skipping, rejected the High Arbiter's request that he share information of a secret entrance to the castle of his cousin, the Sovereign.
So this sounds deeply revolutionary. Like they're telling a duke to get a job.
Yeah.
There's some dismantling of classist structures and replacing them with very cultish structures.
Yeah, very much like for every... And even then, like, lots of people who are higher class remain so and in huge positions of power. It seems very much just sort of like this is the order of, like, do what I say, I'm in charge, and if you get points if I like you. Very
culty. I think it's less that these people have power because they have power in the outside world, and it's more that they have power because they had power in the previous order.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or they helped him get to this point, and yeah.
These other names, Josh Bailey sounds familiar, as does Horace Webb, but I don't remember who they are.
Let's see. Josh Bailey left his work at Tannery early, drank excessive amounts of gin at the Scrawny Cat, drank excessive amounts of rum at the Old Oak, approached a married woman with an indecent offer, and denied 4 times during questioning that he had done these acts.
And just maybe this might be
one of the guys who was drinking several drinks in at the inn. Yeah,
I think he is one of the people who was playing cards and drinking at the inn.
Yeah. Let's see. Horace Webb, Count, has not held down a job since the new regime. Evaluated as 60 instances of non-work. Claims he worked in his castle, helping his servants clean it. Possesses 15 books kept in his private library. Expressed willingness to donate his castle to the party, which gave many points. You're right, though, that this does seem to, like, several of these do seem to be targeted for being in positions of wealth.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Maybe not for the benefit of those not in wealth, just possibly just vindictively, but...
I mean, I think it's for the benefit of the people in power of the party.
And this is probably the person downstairs saying, like...
It's art.
It's art, yeah. Fangor Quinn claimed he had no wife, has a painting depicting a naked person in his house, broke his wife's favorite teapot in anger, was observed spending a night with neighbor's wife. Okay, so, all right. And there's also another door...
And something out the window, I thought.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Or is that the way back down? Oh, that's the way back down. Sorry.
Yes.
My mistake.
Good to know, for sure. Okay.
All right. There's Lazarus.
Yes.
The 4 maxims of virtue.
Silence, you will perform your function as much as is required. It is paramount to ensure order in our new society. Let's see. The idle and... Increase...
Matter... That's what was on the... That's what the idol says on the start screen.
Yeah.
But when it says it on the start screen, it has a red eye. So he's ready to use it right now, because right now it's in blue, which means an increase can be executed.
Okay, glad you can remember.
I think. I mean, now that I've said it and you're like, glad you got that, I am now scared that I'm wrong. But, yeah, we'll see.
Let's see. Remember the second virtue, store confiscated objects and evidence according to the virtue breached. And first virtue, observe the 4 virtues to avoid losing merit. We'll probably have to label these.
Figure them out, yeah.
Okay. Let's several little cases here.
So the first virtue, brandy.
Yeah, and opium.
Opium. Maybe excess, or a lot of people have talked about the first virtue as being an emotional thing.
Yeah. Second, Envoice, Blackbrook Farm, 3 pounds of butter, delivery, total cost. So this seems to be...
That's about spending.
Yeah, or lying, deception. Like someone's pocketing some extra total cost, 29 pence, and maybe they're like...
bad math. That is definitely a crime.
Yeah.
I didn't notice at first that it was bad math. I would definitely be got by that.
Let's see. A violin. Portrait of Gideon Bell, painted by Jasmine Nightwings in 1794. This...
I don't know what it is, but it makes me laugh.
It's pretty funny. And...
books.
A book titled Stories. A book titled Autumn Tales.
And a couple people got in trouble, got demerited for having books. So, that seems...
In all truth, Lord High Arbiter, I would prefer storing no more than this. Let's see.
London Gazetteer. Since year 1792, when it gained a majority in Parliament and liberated our government from multi-party chaos, the Order Party has worked hard to improve society. Despite the vast popular support for the party, His Majesty refuses to acknowledge the authority of the party's tribunal. High Arbiter Lazarus Hurst has announced that, in 2 months, the party and its supporters will participate in a peaceful march to the king's current residence to demonstrate their virtue of moderation.
So it does seem like it is, like...
It is actually, like, the tribunal is still only affecting the people who buy in to the party, because it's not taken over the ruling mechanisms of government in the country. But that's a yet.
But yeah, he's definitely...
he is
planning to use the power he has to do so.
Virtue
did you have
moderation.
Something else? Oh, there must have been a word in here I didn't grab.
Nope.
Huh.
Is he still sparkling gold when you go out?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Huh.
Click on...
truth.
Oh.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
I'm honored to help the party upkeep the 4 virtues. I only hope sitting here all day does not count as sloth.
There are worse jobs than this one. And thank God tobacco is not considered an indulgence. A bit boring, though. Too bad literature is forbidden.
A half-full pouch of tobacco. Misspelled.
I think that is Little Pip. But I might be wrong.
Does kind of look like a Little Pip a little bit.
I guess we had Little Pip and Little somebody else who was a thief.
Oh, yeah. Wait, wasn't that Pip? Or was that another one?
Sorry, we talked about Pip being a thief, but there was a little somebody, Little Billy or something, who was with Walter Keane when he broke into the cabin.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we've looked at everything now, so let's see what it is we have to think about.
Oh, boy.
It's a lot of things.
The first virtue is moderation. Excessive drinking, lust.
Moderation. Yeah, excessive, where did drinking...
Maybe indulgence.
Indulgence is probably, yeah.
Emotions, indulgence, and lust, I think.
Indulgence. Second virtue...
I don't have any ideas for the other.
Is...
So lies are one virtue.
Truth. Because I think that's what the second one is.
Right. Okay.
At work, mistakes, lies,
and untidiness. Because somebody...
Or possibly secrets. That would be kind of in the line of the truth.
Yes. Sloth will be...
That one might be in either
diligence.
vulgar or maybe diligence would make sense for this one, actually.
Diligence and beauty are the two I think we have left.
I like, that feels
maybe
pretty right.
Maybe not beauty. Like, I think that beauty might be part of it.
I think so, because like it's like vulgarity is like what is not allowed here. So like
art,
vulgar
fashion, and music,
or literature possibly might be the
right
other one there. Vulgar art, fashion, and although I'm gonna put that there, but hang on. Such a relief they decided not to push any fashion.
Not fashion.
Well, that they decided not to push any fashion charges. So it is one, but they didn't decide to push one.
Right.
So, because that's what I was wondering, like if it just was exempt, but it seems like no. And all these things will be punished. Fourth virtue is
diligence. That's the only thing left that
there,
I
think that's right. All untidiness, sloth, and
that's not how idle is spelt. Bones.
Yeah, no, I think we might have diligence. Which one of these should not be in here then?
Okay.
What fits with diligence?
Maybe art is part of... No. Maybe... Dang it. Beauty has art, fashion, literature, and could possibly contain music.
And we've seen music, we've seen a violin confiscated. So music fitting within there actually does make some sense to me.
Yeah. But what
all of these will be punished. I guess all literature, is just, it seems across the board to be punished, whether it's vulgar or not. So maybe in this case, then art is here.
Okay. At work.
Let's check the sources on these things again, just because we were going from memory on some of this. Second virtue does seem to be this like sloth, lazy work. This seems to be like any sort of art that I don't like.
I guess.
Or just like art, or like it is kind of like indulgence in artistic expression of most any kind. But
check the person who got for music.
The person themselves or the
person themselves, because I think
should have drunk less. Now we poor souls experience God's wrath. This tribunal's a farce. They spread lies. My pure love is merely lust. And what do they even know about art? Fashion charges.
Sorry, I don't remember who. That's bad literature. I mean, maybe they punished that. Maybe he wrote a bad poem.
Yeah.
And they demerited him for it. I think it was in someone's book of reasons they had demerits.
Let's see. Not you. Flirted, wore ridiculous headgear, claimed he not betrayed. Had dinner, offered large amounts of wine, got angry. Left work early, drank a lot. Indecent offer, lied. Hasn't held job, claims he works at his castle, helping his servants clean it. Lied. possesses a lot of books.
Owning the books, I don't know where that fits in well.
It seems like that's where it kind of seems like just all literature is right out.
Especially fantasy or fictive literature.
Like probably, but like it does seem like literally anything that's been listed as literature at all is like right out.
Yeah.
Refuse to work. I guess I've not seen anyone like
inside their books on their persons, they have their little record of merits and demerits. And that's where I was saying check their books.
These don't, but some of these others do.
These two guys and the two guys in the center upstairs.
Took double length break, labeled a protocol a little incorrectly.
I don't think it's him.
Secret compartment.
I think it's one of the two men upstairs who was played march music.
Kept the book of Legacy of the Rose Dynasty in his study.
Coke, then. General marching music.
Listened to marching music in his manner. Okay.
So is all music bad? And if so, what thing does it go against? Oof. Maybe indulgence shouldn't be where it is in the first virtue. Well, no, but
maybe
the
because
drinking,
it does fit
the
right
drinking,
in. Right?
Yeah, it does. But all of these kind of fit right in. Should secrets be part of the second virtue? And if not, what would we replace it with? You know, like it fits, but is there something that fits also?
Yeah,
like
what else?
Untidiness at work.
So let's first check like what we think that the virtues are. Like moderation, I think makes a good deal of sense as the one for that one. It's hard to think of other ones that potentially describe sort of like to where excessive anything would be the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Truth feels right. I could see there being a case for something else. Like maybe it's merit, potentially, is there instead of truth. But truth. Literature being here feels a little bit out of. It doesn't seem like anything to do with diligence that much. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the one where I'm a little.
Maybe the fourth virtue is merit?
Could be merit.
But then I don't know what the last thing. We're going to have to put numbers in.
Actually, diligence might be here. I think we actually might have these flipped because the painting for diligence, the second virtue is showing a person sleeping on the job, not
which is slothful.
Yeah. Which is so we might have just kind of flipped these around. I could see mistakes being in there, untidiness, sloth, and mistakes.
Secrets go against truth better than.
Yeah, secrets, lies, and what would the last one of these be? Literature, if that's all being treated as lies, could potentially be it.
Especially since it's fiction.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
All right. And so now we have to figure out what the values of each merit or demerit are.
Gotcha. Okay. Which, now that we've at least got these in, that will probably help a little bit.
Yeah. So we have 4 books, 4 kind of passport books that show what the total merits are and what's been deducted.
Yeah, so one lost for each of these, had a secret compartment and denied, so lied. 2 lies, lost 2 points.
Okay, so
the
secrets and lies, that's 1 merit for violating the 4th virtue.
Yeah.
1 demerit.
Okay.
Let's see.
So let's check someone else's.
Yeah. Let's check Nicholas, yeah.
Let's see. Started with 10, has lost 6 for taking a double-length lunch break, which is sort of lazy, sloth,
Yeah, and a mistake at work.
And a mistake. Okay,
So 3.
So yeah, -3 for diligence failings.
So you think it's 4, 3, 2, 1?
Could be. It might not even be in order in that way.
It might not.
But let's, and it could be that some numbers are like reused as well. Like that's 2 different kinds of things. Might be -3. So you started with 20 or down to 12. So you've lost 8 total for drinking and keeping a book in the study. So that should just be -1. So drinking is -7, I guess.
That seems wrong. That seems like a lot, and also like it
does seem like a lot. Let's find some others and see if that like holds true, if the pattern holds. So you started with 20, you've lost 9 for listening to marching music and slapping a sergeant in anger.
The first one violates the first virtue.
Mm-hmm.
The second one violates the third virtue.
So it could be 7 and 2.
I guess.
That's it?
Wow.
All right.
I guess that's like Fibonacci sequence. No, it's not. Prime numbers? There's something about that set of numbers, but I don't know what it is. Okay, so now we can look at the books they have and decide how many merits they got or lost.
Yeah, okay. So looking at books, starting with Fangor Quinn, claimed he had no wife, so a lie.
Second virtue?
Art. That one's a third art violation. Broke his wife's favorite teapot in anger, so that's first. So we've got
that's
a
10 total.
A 4. Oh, sorry, I'm just going by like the virtue count rather than the point loss, which maybe I should do the point loss instead, because that's...
Remembering 4, 2, 3, whatever isn't going to help us. I think we should go by the point loss.
Okay, so -1.
-2, right?
Painting. Yeah, -1, -2.
So it's -3, -7.
-10 total, and was observed spending a night with neighbor's wife.
17 total. So Fangor Quinn -17 total?
Fangor Quinn?
I think.
-17. I think you're right.
If we got that correct. My worry is if we say first, second, third, fourth, or if we say 1, 2, 3, 4 for the virtues, then we'll get it confused with the counting. So if we call them first, second, third, fourth, we can do that.
Yeah. No, like I think you're right. Like it'll just add more numbers in as an unnecessary. We've got enough of this in our head now that I think we can just skip right to point loss and keep fewer numbers in the
working memory
in the process. Yeah.
Walter Keane.
I flirted 3 times with different married women during the party convention, so that's -21, I guess.
Yikes.
Wore ridiculous headgear at 5 different events, so like -21, -10.
Wait, is that the third
That's art.
It's art.
Fashion, yeah, so -10, -21, -10, so -31 total. Claimed he had not betrayed High Arbiter Lazarus during his ritual of ascendance, so just -1, -32.
Yeah, -32. Sorry. I was worried that art was the second and not the third virtue. But
there we go.
I was incorrect.
All right. Lothar held a dinner party a few years ago where he offered large amounts of wine to his guests, so -7. Got angry during the questioning and shouted at the High Arbiter, -14.
-14, +15.
+15.
So he's got a +1 merit.
Okay, +1. I'm wondering if it's that they received. I'm wondering if that's like means how many they have in total or how many they are losing. Yeah, let's go with what the total is from the book.
Yeah, I think it's the total, because they didn't receive any positive merits.
Yeah.
For the first 2 folks.
Fair point.
And we got those right, so.
Yeah, let's go with this until we learn otherwise. Left his work at a tannery early, so that's the diligence.
That's -1.
No, wait, I think that might be -3. -3.
Oh, my mistake.
Yeah.
I thought I had these internalized, and I clearly don't.
-3,
-7.
-10 total, -17 total, minus...
24?
Yes, -24 total, and lied 4 times, so -28.
-28, yeah.
Alrighty.
And we are getting these in sets, like, if we get this right, we'll know right off.
Yes. Okay, cool. We're doing it right. Great. Now just these last two. Horace has not held down a job since the new regime evaluated 60 instances of non-work, so that's 60.
-60.
No, 60 times 3.
Times 3 is 180.
Yeah, 180. Lies, 181. Possesses 15 books he kept in his private library, -30, -211, I think, and plus 200. So just -11. All right.
Yowzers.
Hopefully, assuming I arithmetic right.
I think you did. I was trying to follow along, and I think you did.
We'll find out. And Gideon wears an outrageous hairstyle, -2.
2.
Broke down in tears 10 times during questioning, -70. What's a -72? Refused to start working. Evaluated 5 instances of job skipping, so that's
-5 times 3, right?
15. So, right.
72 minus 15, or 72 plus 15.
77. It's 87, -87. And rejected the High Arbiter's request that he share information of a secret entrance to the castle. Which is interesting. So that's like, it's keeping a secret, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
Still. So
-88?
78 or 88?
I think so.
I lost count a little bit, but...
-88, I think.
I think so.
Which is the worst of them.
And...
All said and done.
Nope, we got...
Okay.
One of these maths is wrong.
Okay.
So
let's math better.
Let's...
Double check what the hairstyle is.
Hairstyle is this one, -2.
Okay. -2.
Minus...
7 times 10 is 70.
So -72.
5 instances of job skipping times 15.
Yeah. I think I might have this might have been where the math went wrong. Possibly.
15 plus 70 is 80.
85.
5.
And so 87.
87.
No, we were right. So 87 plus 1. So unless they're counting this as not a lie, or unless they're counting this as...
something else. So let's check Horace Webb.
Yeah, let's double check that, because I was not 100% confident in that math either. Has not held down a job since the new regime evaluated 60 instances of non-work, so 60 times 3, right, which should be
180.
180, yeah. So 180.
That's a lie. 181.
Yeah, 181. This is 15 books, which would be literature. Oh, I think we double counted that one. I think I counted literature in art, and it's not. Like, literature is just 1 point each, so -15. So -16 with these two together. So 180 plus 16, 196. And then, so he should have +4. +4 is how much he should have. So yeah, that's where the math went wrong. So, okay.
Trying to add negatives, or rather subtract negatives to add them up properly, was getting confusing for me.
And in summary,
all right.
How many have passed since Order Party has seized power during a tribunal?
A number of years have passed.
That's, yeah.
And I think that was in the newspaper article.
Yeah, that we can piece together. We can piece that together real fast.
It's in the kid. The kid has it.
Yeah, because today is March 14th, 1795, and March
92.
14th. Oh, this is today. Oh, 1792. Okay. 3 years. 3 years have passed. Okay. 3 years have passed since Order Party has seized power. During a tribunal, someone is judged to have the largest merit deduction in all tribunal history, which would be probably
Gideon
Bell.
That's rough.
Gideon Bell is judged to have the largest merit deduction in all tribunal history to execute his punishment.
The idol?
Idol was used on him, and he lost...
Years?
Interesting. Years? Bones?
Maybe. I mean, I think he lost years. I think... Oh, souls? No.
Probably not souls.
Sorry.
Doubt he had many more than one.
Yeah.
But I think years, I could buy years and maybe a year for each merit.
Yeah,
like we're kind of...
That's kind of what I'm guessing.
It's a little bit of a guess, but yep, there we go. Nice. The scroll's been fulfilled. The Order Party has seized power and now enforces the 4 maxims of virtue. The young Duke, Gideon Bell, was judged during the tribunal to have lost 88 merits. The High Arbiter of the party, Lazarus Hurst, used the idol to decrease Gideon's youth by 88 years, thus making him 108, which resulted in his death. So,
right.
Increase... I'm trying to remember what was on the idol now.
Increase matter time?
Maybe it is increase matter time. Yeah, I could see that.
Best guess? Also, the souls thing came from you playing the most recent expansion of Final Fantasy XIV. That's why I had souls in my head.
Oh, soul, yeah. Gotcha.
Whoops.
Oh, well.
Wrong game.
So this one's large, it's wide, it's big. I have a feeling this one might be
long?
The last one of the base game, and also large. So rather than making the mistake I've made a couple times already in this playthrough, which is really saying something, we're only on episode 5, let's call it now, and we will return next time for not the finale, because there's also DLC after this, but for this next time.
This big chunk.
Big chunk next time. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Goodbye.